This is today's news conference on July 20th, 2010. The panel will discuss debt and deficits and the implications for U.S. and global economic recovery. Live coverage from the National Press Club.
For almost 40 years, we've spent more each year than we've taken in. The time has come to balance the books and pay off some debt. Doing so now will be tough enough, but far better now than being forced to act in an emergency when the fiscal hurricane hits.
Constitutional budget rules, I argue, can help solve both this commitment and enforcement problem by tying the hands of members of Congress and preventing them from undoing a rule when it becomes inconvenient to adhere to that rule.
So everybody knows that the U.S. faces this fairly gloomy fiscal outlook, and it is indeed incredibly gloomy. If we don't make some change in policy, if we just carry out what's on the books at the moment, the U.S. will default. There is no ambiguity about it whatsoever. And it's not that far away. It's not 10 years, but it's certainly within 30, 40, 50 years. So what can the U.S. do about that? Well, one thing it could try to do to reduce the debt is raise taxes.
The economy has shed, the private sector has shed 2.5 million jobs. Unemployment has been hovering towards 10%. Things are not better. So the American people want to know what's going on. What is going on? After all, we were told, right? The Keynesian theory was telling us, and the president was telling us, that if the government spends money, it will create economic growth, right? Otherwise, why spend this money in the first place? Stimulus by government spending cannot create economic growth.